God forbid if you keep investing, right? And all the numbers got bigger. You look at people today, they buy an iPhone,
Yeah.
and they buy a new one every year. They've been going on since 2007. I looked it up just the other day. I actually made a chart to show a kid, and he was telling me about, there's no way you can succeed. And I said, okay, you've had an iPhone since the beginning. There's been 19 years of iPhones, whatever it's been. It's now, he'd spend 20, I took up the exact dollar amounts for each one, and what the stock was at the same day. If you would have bought the stock versus the iPhone or just matched it.
Yeah.
$22,000 you spend over time, which is gone, or $326,000 you would have. And I'm saying 326 will change your life, but for somebody who has nothing, it sure as hell would, right?
Yeah.
But the other part for it is helping people understand that it's like, if I get to be an owner, the whole game changes. Yeah. Then inflation can be my friend. I don't have to live in this fear I can't have something. So you could bring that to kids, whatever age.
Yeah.
You could bring it to the big and say, I got to come something, I'm going to take 10 million or a million or whatever would float your boat. And then when you see those kids and you see scale of that, and you see them taking care of their families, and you hear stories about that, I don't think it'll be old for you. What'd you write the checks for?
Kids after school care.
Okay. And you don't have any kids.
Yeah, right.
So you have no association with that whatsoever, right? Okay. It's like shit. But and I'm not saying write a check. I'm saying go make this happen. Like go. You've done so much. You need to find something there. But you found the thread.
Yeah.
But for me, I wrote I wrote 4 books on finance. I never expected to do it. You know why I wrote it? Because I got pissed off in 2008. I've coached Paul Tudor Jones for 24 years. One of the greatest financial traders in the history of the world. Every single day measured what he's doing, coached him through all these pieces. He had the most success in 1987 when the stock market had its biggest percentage drop in history, 20% in a day, and he made 100%. But then it was like the moon. He went to the moon, and then what do you do? And then he broke his leg, and then he dropped. So I had to turn him around. Now, we've been friends. I've worked with him all those years. I learned so much from him. But when we got to 2008, and I don't know if all of your viewers have been around back that long, but it was much more brutal in some ways than 2020 and COVID, because COVID, they gave people money. There was no money then, right? And I remember being so angry because I knew a small number of people basically almost destroyed the entire economic system, and then I thought they were going to be punished, and we gave them more money.
Yeah, so that they could have more money they can't use.
That's right, exactly right. So I was incensed. So out of that anger, I said, I don't have all the answers, but I have one thing, I have access. Yeah. So I'm going to interview 50, the book you read, 50 of the smartest individuals on earth who started with nothing. Nobody from the Lucky Sperm Club. They all started from scratch. And I'm going to see, even though they're radically different, what do they have in common? I'm going to write a book that my billionaire clients are going to love, but an average person could do as well. Well, that journey has never stopped. Then I was like, how do I help people accelerate? I look around today and I see so many people that don't feel they have a compelling financial future. And so I started looking around and saying,
that's my heart, just so you know.
Pardon me?
That's my heart.
Okay, well, me
Helping
too.
those people.
So my approach to that, and maybe I'm going to plant a seed with you, because maybe it'd be something when you're teaching people to add. You probably already know this, but you may not know this part. So I'm looking around, and like in the last 39 years, every single stock market in the world, which is where most people put their money besides real estate, right? And if it's their own home, it just barely beats inflation, right, as you well know. Every stock in the world has been beaten by private equity. By average private equy. So I interviewed the top 13 guys in the world, right? Well, the top 13 guys in the world, it's wonderful to interview them, but how are you going to get money in there, right? Because it's like trying to buy an SP3 Ferrari, right? I went to go get one, and they're all pre-sold at $3 million, right? You know, it's like, but if you have one, and if you know the right person, So I got into some of those cool funds, like Vista. Robert Smith he's a genius. He's got $100 billion fund. He's averaged 26% compounded per year for 25 years. It's like, it's unheard of, right? Nobody even thought, but you can't get in.